Section 4 of the Handy Cyclopedia of Things Worth Knowing. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. The Handy Cyclopedia of Things Worth Knowing by Joseph Treenans. How to select colors. The natural laws of tints, tones, shades, and hues. Some combinations of color are pleasing to the eye, and some are discordant. The reasons for this are based on natural laws and are explained in a very simple manner in a learned article by Dr. W. K. Carr, which originally appeared in Shop Notes Quarterly. Impressions continue upon the retina of the eye, says Dr. Carr, about 1/6 of a second after the object has been moved. For this reason a point of light or flame whirled swiftly around appears as a continuous ring. Or take a piece of red ribbon, place it on white paper, look intently at it for 30 seconds, and suddenly remove the ribbon. The portion of the paper which was covered by the ribbon will then appear green. The explanation is that the color sensation in the eye is caused by the almost unthinkably rapid whirling of electrons around their atoms, and that the retina, becoming fatigued by the vibration of the red, is therefore less sensitive to them. When the ribbon is suddenly removed, the eye sees, not the blue, yellow, and red, which produce the white surface of the paper, but, because of the fatigue of the eye to the red, it sees only the blue and yellow constituents of the white light. But blue and yellow produce green, hence the tendency at the eye to see the complementary of a color. This may be referred to as the successive contrast of colors. Colors for blondes and brunettes. Now for a practical application of this knowledge. The hair of the blonde is a mixture of red, yellow, and brown. As a rule the skin is lighter, that is, it contains not so much orange, and the tinges of red are lighter. Nature, therefore, very properly made the blonde's eyes blue, since the blue is complementary to the orange of her hair. The brunette's skin, on the other hand, has more orange in it, and hence a color favorable to one would not be becoming to the other. What would be the effect of green upon a complexion deficient in red? It would certainly heighten the rose tints in the cheeks, but the greatest care should be exercised in the selection of the proper shade of green, because the brunette's complexion contains a great deal of orange, and the green, acting upon the red of the orange, could readily produce a brick-dust appearance. Green, therefore, is a risky color for a brunette, and so is violet, which would neutralize the yellow of the orange and heighten the red. But if the orange complexion had more yellow than red, then the association of violet would produce pallor. Yellow, of course, is her color, since its complementary violet neutralizes the yellow of the orange complexion and leaves the red. But with the yellow-haired blonde the conditions are very different. The complementary of blue is orange, which improves the hair and freshens the light fresh tints. A blonde, therefore, can wear blue, just as a brunette can wear yellow. In arranging flowers the same law holds. Complementary colors should be placed side by side, blue with orange, yellow with violet, red and rose with green leaves. And anyone who successfully selects his wall-paper and house furnishings is drawing unconsciously, perhaps, on an intuitive knowledge of these fundamental facts. Dark papers are bad, especially in rooms with a northern exposure, because they absorb too much light. The complementaries of red and violet are exceedingly trying to most complexions, and orange-yellow are fatiguing to the eye. The most pleasing effects are to be had with yellow, light blue, and light green, for the latter freshens the red in pale skins, and the blue heightens blonde complexions, and goes well with gilding and with mahogany and cherry furniture. Color contrast and harmony. The following tables will be found useful in selecting colors for dress, decoration, or any other purpose in which the proper application of the true laws of contrast and harmony in color is desirable. Contrasts in color. Yellow contrasts with purple, russet, and auburn. Red contrasts with green, olive, and drab. Blue contrasts with orange, citrine, and buff. Harmonies in color. Yellow harmonizes with orange, green, citrine, russet, buff, and drab. Red harmonizes with orange, purple, russet, citrine, auburn, and buff. Blue harmonizes with purple, green, olive, citrine, drab, and auburn. The care of the teeth. Decay of the teeth, or caries, commences externally, appearing upon the enamel or bony structure of the teeth. Usually it is the result of chemical action produced by decomposition of food. Acids found in some fruits will cause decay if allowed to remain in contact with the teeth. Then there are the natural mouth acids, which, although not strong, are none the less effective if allowed to remain long enough around the teeth. Microscopical examinations have shown that the secretions of almost every person's mouth contain more or less vegetable and animal life that will withstand the application of acids and astringents and will only succumb to alkalis. A dentifrice or mouthwash should be alkaline. Toothache. Toothache is not always due to an exposed nerve, for in the majority of teeth extracted because they are painful, the nerve is dead. Inflammation is often the cause of the trouble. A toothache due to inflammation is a steady, aggravating pain, overspreading the affected side of the face, sometimes even the neck and shoulder. As there is no nerve to kill in a case of this kind, the tooth should be treated until cured, or removed upon the first symptom of trouble. Its extraction would be unattended by any danger, and would afford welcome relief. Tartar, a creamy, calcareous deposit, supposed to be from saliva, will sometimes cause toothache. It accumulates around the necks of the teeth, and eventually becomes hard and dark-colored. It also causes foul breath, and loosens the gums from the teeth, causing them to present an unsightly appearance. The teeth of children. Children have about 20 temporary teeth, which begin making their appearance about the 6th or 7th month. The time varies in different children. This is the most dangerous and troublesome period of the child's existence, and every parent will do well to consult a reputable dentist. About the 2nd or 3rd year the temporary teeth are fully developed. They require the same care to preserve them as is exercised toward the permanent set. About the 6th year, or soon after, 4 permanent molars, or double teeth, make their appearance. Some parents mistakenly suppose these belong to the first set. It is a serious error. They are permanent teeth, and if lost, will be lost forever. No teeth that come after the 6th year are ever shed. Let every parent remember this. At 12 years the second set is usually complete, with the exception of the wisdom teeth, which appear anywhere from the 18th to the 24th year. When the second set is coming in, the beauty and character of the child's countenance is completed or forever spoiled. Everything depends upon proper care at this time to see that the teeth come with regularity and are not crowded together. The teeth cannot have too much room. When a little separated, they are less liable to decay. Dentifrices, useful and injurious. The habit of caring for the teeth daily, and if possible after each meal, should be established early in life. Those who have neglected to do so should lose no time in consulting a reputable dentist, and then persistently caring for their teeth day by day. Children especially should be taught to use the toothbrush and some reliable dentifrice. The more pleasant the preparation, the easier it will be to teach them its daily use. A fragrant, refreshing liquid is recommended, as it is a mouthwash as well as a tooth cleanser. The habit thus formed, neglected for even a single day, will make the mouth feel decidedly uncomfortable. Cleansing the teeth. Preparations for cleansing the teeth and purifying the mouth should be free from all acids, and should be saponaceous or soapy, containing as one of the principal ingredients an alkali to neutralize the acids, and destroy the animal and vegetable parasites which, as the microscope would show us, are in the secretions of almost every person's mouth. A finely triturated powder having slight abrasive properties, but free from dangerous grit, should be used as the complement of a liquid. One way to use both is to pour on the wet brush or into the palm of the hand a sufficient quantity of powder and moisten it with the liquid. Occasionally the powder or the liquid alone could be employed. Be careful to use a liquid and powder of established reputation. Beware of thy teeth, take good care of thy teeth, and they will take good care of thee. The perfect female figure. According to the Chicago Tribune, Miss Helen Lowe, a student at the Chicago Art Institute, is credited by art critics with closely approaching the standard of physical perfection set by statues of the goddess Venus. Miss Lowe was posed as a model for a series of photographs issued for the benefit of the Playground Fund of Oak Park. Aside from the artistic nature of Miss Lowe, a comparison of measurements with those of the typically perfect figure explains part of the success of these photographic studies. Height: Miss Lowe, 5 feet 7 inches. Perfect figure, 5 feet 8 inches. Weight: Miss Lowe, 138. Perfect figure, 140. Neck: Miss Lowe, 13 1/2. Perfect figure, 13. Chest: Miss Lowe, 32. Perfect figure, 33. Bust: Miss Lowe, 36. Perfect figure, 37. Waist: Miss Lowe, 22. Perfect figure, 23. Hips: Miss Lowe, 36. Perfect figure, 39. Thigh: Miss Lowe, 22. Perfect figure, 24. Upper arm: Miss Lowe, 10. Perfect figure, 11. Forearm: Miss Lowe, 8 1/2. Perfect figure, 9. Calf: Miss Lowe, 14. Perfect figure, 15. Men and complexions. Dr. Catherine Blackford of Boston, speaking of men's complexions, arrives at the following conclusions. There are, of course, exceptions to all rules. As a general rule, the blondes are inconstant. They change their minds too often. They get angry one moment and forgive the next. They are impulsive, and when they do commit crimes, they are done on the impulse of the moment. A blonde radiates his personality about him. The brunette, on the other hand, as a rule, likes to concentrate on one subject. He is a specialist. He prefers his home and family, and his pleasures are more often lectures and kindred entertainments than those of a lighter order. He learns slowly, but he retains what he knows far better than does the blonde. End of Section 4.